れたものはいつか思い出すはずでしょう。消えた夢の影を探した寂しさの答え、儚さを愛触れてた風に流れて、僕は君を愛せていたか。少し気づくことが遅すぎ、だんすが消えてゆく明日さえも崩れ落ちてゆく。何もないここで一人きり、いつかまた最後の日を迎えられてみれ、また生まれ落ちた君が望む日を。
A college student from Holyoke is facing charges in Worcester for being involved in an assault inspired by a TikTok trend and the show To Catch a Predator. 6 students at Assumption University allegedly used the dating app Tinder to lure a man to meet a teenage girl at the university. The man showed up and was beaten up by a mob of nearly 30 students. One of the 6 students has been identified as 18-year-old Kelsey Brainerd of Holyoke. Police say that Brainerd's Tinder account was used to correspond with the man. She faces an additional charge of witness intimidation. Police say that the man did nothing wrong, that he was going to meet a woman who is listed as 18 years old online. All 6 students are facing charges for kidnapping and assault. Automatic not guilty pleas were entered on their behalf. They're all due back in court on March 28th.
Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another video. I'm here to talk about a serious incident that took place at Assumption University.
Well. I guess I'm gonna do a reaction.
I kid you not. Who happened to be the 5 primary suspects in the picture that you see here that who are in court. But from what I understand, there was like several other college students that were involved. And this was actually all part of a TikTok trend.
After learning of a TikTok trend that has led a group of schoolmates from Assumption University in Worcester to be charged with kidnapping, University police named these 5 students and 1 minor, accusing them of luring a man to campus the night of October 1st through the Tinder dating app.
What are you doing here today?
The mission was to catch a predator, just like the TV show, but investigators say it went sideways. Court documents state the man arranged to meet with a woman listed as an 18-year-old online, but when he arrived, he was met with a mob of about 30 students who were allegedly recruited by the 5 defendants, saying he was meeting with a minor. That mob reportedly chased after the man and assaulted him as he got back into his car and drove away.
It does come off as a surprise to me, because what they were planning was literally a sting operation, but not a legit one.
The ones that are perpetrating this are only doing it for content creation. And so they brought in an adult that they had communicated with on a dating app, Tinder, in order to come and meet an adult. There is no crime. And when he came there expecting to meet somebody and was overwhelmed by this group, you could see by their actions, their only intent was to just build up their content. And that's where things went sideways. This, quote, predator that they called is now the victim in this case. And that's why people that don't understand the law, that don't understand these operations, cannot be involved.
So from what I understand, I'm guessing the girl in the middle of the top, Isabella Trudeau, I'm assuming she's the one who distributed the sting operation, because she was pretending to be a minor below the age of 18, and she decided to get help from her colleagues in order to set up the sting operation. And the man that they were meeting with was a 22-year-old. The thing is, though, it's like, I don't know how young like what age he was protecting. It just doesn't really, again, it does really not add up to the security footage, because we didn't really get details like of the DMs or text messages.
It's a fake. I never made any criminal write the letter in this fourth picture. Is he stupid? But seeing as I only had 3 photographs to work with, my deduction was perfect.
No, it wasn't.
The way they handled it was clearly unprofessional, and it was just to be noticed. And I don't want to go back to like the whole like guidelines on YouTube. This probably may be another reason why they do not support this type of content, because even though like through a lot of the videos where they actually end up approaching these predators, I wouldn't say they're being more lenient or nice, but the way they handle it, it does not escalate to like this situation.
So again, so what brings you out here today?
Well, I was coming out here to...
Glasses off.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake and then go back home.
But so, again, based on what I'm hearing and seeing, is that for them, and honestly, it would not surprise me, they were more focused and emphasizing on trying to get clout in order to make some sort of profit. But, and again, this is a very contradicting story. It's very convoluted, just very hard to explain, because from what I understand is that the 22-year-old man, he didn't trespass or anything. He was just waiting for the person that literally lured him.
That's a guilty until proven innocent concept.
Or the person that was planning to hook up with him. And again, this is the thing with me, is I don't want to try to make this about my personal life. I'm not the type I would never in my life try to meet somebody on the internet, because you don't know what they're plotting against you, and even if that may not be the case, you don't know what they have in store for you. Because the moment you meet someone, it may not just be that girl that you're hoping to see. It may be someone behind that account. That's why I tell people, is like, if you're gonna like DM or chat with someone or assume their identity, always make sure they FaceTime you. That's the first thing you do before you even consider even wanting to hook up with this person. But as you can tell from their face, they really have no remorse, as if they knew what they're doing is wrong. And they're not upset, they're not crying. It's just a lack of remorse on their side. So that tells you is that they clearly had bad intentions.
I'm gonna try extremely hard to maintain my composure, and I mean extremely hard.
It's all for the sake of trying to like be noticed on the internet and gain validation. It wasn't for like morals, it wasn't for like supporting victims. And nowadays, like, people have really forgotten that motto, innocent until proven guilty. So again, they had no evidence of that man trying to do who had any devious plans with someone below the age of consent, and they had no like way to provide that he had clear intentions to actually do serious harm. And not that I condone that type of behavior, but I always feel like you have to always make sure to look into detail and make sure it's confirmed that the person is the alleged creep. So that way, once it's a proven fact, then you don't have to put too much stress. You don't have to like go through the trouble of actually having to look this person up, or even having to like explain yourself. But like an example would be like if it was somebody like EDP confessing in itself, that again, that's guaranteed to be, that's 100% evidence. That's a proven fact. The moment you confess to your crimes, and even if there's no video footage of them getting caught, or if there's audio clips of them saying what they're gonna do, or again, obviously it would of course, even video evidence in itself is better too. It is also is even greater evidence too. But it's also what we hear and see that proves our point. That lets us know that this person's up to no good and that they have bad intentions. I don't want to hear from somebody else saying that, or I don't want to hear assumptions. I don't want to hear false claims. I do not want to hear that, because it's gonna lead to a lot of regret, and it makes the others who believed in it look very stupid. And the person who made those claims, they're gonna look even more of a scumbag. And anything you say from now on, nobody can trust you. You can't be trusted, because you might make false claims towards other people who are innocent, who have nothing to do what you are talking about and what you are trying to frame them for. Because honestly, I said this before, people who make false claims or slander people or try to defame their character, they do not deserve any forgiveness. And I mean that by the bottom of my heart, because it really has long-term impact in how much how much weight it carries on that person, and they have to live through that, even though they know they're innocent, and even though there's no proof or there isn't enough to back up their claims. There's still people out there that are gonna bash them and try to make their life a living hell. And for those who are innocent, I do for sure feel sorry for them, and I 100% wish for the best. But at the same time is that these people really deserve their time for this, and they are not so ever good people, and for whatever reason they felt it was going to get them somewhere, but it again led to their downfall. And even whether this was a TikTok trend, at the same time is that there was also going to be some risk factors, and that you really can't come back from this. So even if they try to do another sting operation, or if the next time they try to be more professional, I honestly would doubt that they're going to be a lot better than last time, or they're even fit for that content, or I don't even want to consider job, or just fit for that type of lifestyle. It's just for them. It's I can't trust them, and we just don't want to fall for it and make ourselves look ignorant. So
until then, plays to the games, wins to the prizes. No more talk.
But overall, I feel like I said enough, you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to check for more upcoming content later in the future. Be sure to check the notifications, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.
I